Good afternoon. I am going live here. Just going to give it one quick moment, make sure we are good to go. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. We made it through another week. Looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to the weekend in this home, which I'm going to tell you all about and show you top to bottom here. Let's see. I have my little live button. Hello, everybody. This is Eliza with Prisma Homes. I am live here at an incredible home. We are at 68 Crooked Lane in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I can't even say enough. There's just not enough adjectives for this home. It is so fantastic. It is such an incredible opportunity. So we're going to go through it. Just going to wait a couple minutes here while we get some viewers logging on. I know we have a lot of people that want to be joining today. I think we're also going to have a very busy open house on Sunday. This Sunday, which, let's see, today is the 21st, so that'll be the 23rd, 1 to 3 p.m. My teammate Cassie will be hosting. She's going to be here to help you through the home. I do anticipate it will be very well attended. Showings are booking up like crazy. We had to turn overlapping showings on today. We don't normally do that, but there were just so many people that wanted to see it on day one. So that being said, we are at a 5-bed, 3.5 bath home, side turn 2-car garage, finished basement. There is a first floor suite. There's first floor living opportunity, which is such a rare thing in this market. This home was built in 1971, so a little bit later than the majority of the homes in Cherry Hill. Got things like bigger closets, which is always the complaint of the 50s and 60s development. So nice big closets, big home, over 3,400 square feet. That does not include the basement. This really has it all, and it has been beautifully renovated. You're getting a sneak peek at one of the prettiest staircases I've had in a while. It's just completely move-in ready. Like, you just pack up, move in, you're good to go. So we will get started in just a minute. This is a virtual tour. It's just like an open house. If this is your first time joining us, what you're going to do is just treat it as if you were here at an open house. You can talk to me. Even if you have an agent, you can ask a question. That's totally fine. If you have a realtor, we want you to book your private showing through them or come to our open house, which, is for everybody. All are welcome at our open house. Nosy neighbors, everybody. We want you to come and see this home. If you do not have a realtor and would like a private showing, all you have to do is say so, just DM us. We'll get you right in. And I think that's about it. If I am moving too fast, which I have to move a little quick today because of the number of showings we have, we're gonna be live for just about 30 minutes, which is tight in a house this big. We're gonna go outside, we're gonna do the basement, we're gonna do everything. If there's something you wanna see, if you have a question as I go, just ask. I'll help you out as best I can live. And if you're watching this later, recorded, just DM. All right, so again, I'm Eliza, Prisma Homes, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, KW Cherry Hill. Let's get started. I'm gonna turn this around. Hardest part of the tour is turning that camera around. I'm gonna start you at the front door here. I wanna give you the view, and this home is unique. It's got a couple of things we don't rarely find. One is this beautiful entry, and it's a gray day here, but lots of natural light. So there's a deer walking across the street. Can you guys see that? I can't zoom in. Just casual. It's got antlers too. So we have this beautiful awning, and when we get upstairs, you're gonna see exactly what that is. But absolutely gorgeous. It's an irregular lot. It's really wide. Again, it's a side turn garage. I can't even show you the driveway. That's how wide this lot is. Olde Springs is a really great neighborhood that people who have lived in Cherry Hill for years don't necessarily know about. Let me just lock this door here. We're gonna talk all about location after we take a look at this unbelievable home. So this is first impression. You come in this house and you're saying, wow. In that first 3 seconds, you're going, whoa. This feels, I said it in my listing, like $1 million home. Maybe it will be, we'll wait and see where the offers come in. Dual coat closets on either side, right here. Dual artistic nooks, little display areas. How fantastic is that? You're gonna see French doors right here that I'll take you in the other way when we do that, but I wanna just note those here. Everything in this home is clean as a whistle, bright, sparkly, well lit. This is quite a house. Look at this beautiful tile here. Got this running into the kitchen, into some other areas. Quick look up here at this grand staircase with a really gorgeous crystal chandelier. So, and we're gonna go up and look at all of that. But let's start the same way I wrote this listing. We're gonna start in an oversized dining room with a trifold window. Look at that. Replacement windows. This is a, let's see, an 8-seater table. And this room is not even completely used up by that. This is a big space. We have a floor plan published. We can get you exact measurements. All you have to do is DM. If you guys want to see the disclosure, anything like that, you just say so. Look at this room. Now, not everybody needs a dining room. This does not have to be a dining room, and you could even flop this with the other one that, I don't know why I said flop, it would be a flip. You could even flip it with that room over there if you wanted to. I like it because it's attached to the kitchen. This is a great space for it. And look at this kitchen. Remember guys, we're gonna move fast today. Feel free to just say hello, tell me where you're watching from. If you have questions, shout them out. So this has been refreshed. It's got updated, upgraded lighting, appliances, all of that. Beautiful stone countertops. Look at this luxury range here. It feels like Thanksgiving in here with all these beautiful fall tones. All the work the sellers have put in. Oh, that's that coffee. I was just looking at that coffee maker with the little espresso. I'm gonna have to ask them if they like that. Window over the kitchen sink. Now, they do not have a table over there, but obviously great opportunity for an eat-in table right here. But there's also seating at the island with this little overhang. They've got 2 stools. You could make those smaller stools and do 3. Fantastic kitchen, everything built in, everything ready to go. Nice trash compactor right there. Big, it's a big kitchen. Now you see that door to the left of the range. We're gonna go in there, but we're gonna do the rest of the downstairs. I just want you to make a mental note of where that door is because something pretty fantastic is in that way. This home has been freshly painted. Everything is just so buttoned up. And guys, the price here, $719. Now, I will say I do think it's going to go for more than that. That's the way when we see a home that's really appropriately priced, rooted in data, we are still in this market, and it's different throughout the country. We are still seeing people fighting for it, and this home is worth fighting for. Now, I suspect that this was a once upon a time addition, and it is the most magical room. It is the living room now. It's got the fireplace. It's in the right place to be, sort of the formal living room. That's the room that had French doors when we came in the entry. So I'm gonna get to that next, but could we take a moment here for, listen how quiet, I'll be quiet, ready? You can hear the clock ticking. That's how quiet this is. And that's one of the great things about Olde Springs. We are tucked into the northern corner of the Kings Highway corridor. This neighborhood, there's no through traffic. It is a series of dead ends. It is exclusive, big lots, custom homes, later built homes. Excuse me. Every Friday, I just like my voice is shot. I talk all week long, so you'll have to just bear with me here. But can you imagine, like, just coming home to this? Look at these beautiful lines. Whoops, I want to get this up there. We've got 2, let me see if I can aim it right. 2 beautiful skylights, all of this recessed lighting. The window, it's a bay window. If you had like a cat or something, I'm guessing they would sit right there. You're getting your first look at a pretty magnificent backyard too. And it's big. And there's a new deck off the slider. So you do have connection to the exterior through the slider right here. There's another way out to the deck. I would suspect it does not get used as much as this one does. Beautiful new door. Look at that, gas fireplace. Ceilings, it's a diagonal vaulting. I'm guessing at its highest point, it's probably maybe like a 12-foot ceiling. But for me, oh, this couch is, look at this couch these guys have. This couch is everything. I love this room. When I came here on my listing appointment, I think I did an audible gasp the first time. I was like, oh, you know, wow. Now, part of the reason I think that that we're standing in is an addition is because I think this was originally the formal living room, but now we're calling it a bonus space. It's my son at school, they have, instead of homeroom, they call it win, what I need. This is like a win room. Do you need more seating? Do you need a study? Do you need a playroom on the first floor? Do you need a bar? I think I need a bar by this point in the week. What do you need? It's right here. You could treat this as a continuation of your living room, much like these guys are doing, but there's no wrong answer. And then because you've got these French doors to the front, you can close this off. Nobody needs to be looking in if they're coming in your foyer. What a fantastic space, and it's big. I love the finish on these floors. These are original hardwoods that have been refinished in sort of a medium dark, I want to call it like, it's not quite a chestnut, but something like that. And so you have this big, think of this as an L-shaped opportunity living room. You could also you want to put some doors on this, really make it an individual space, absolutely go for it. What do you think? Are you loving it as much as I do? For anyone just tuning in, I see some new faces, well, new names, I can't see your faces. We are at 68 Crooked Lane in Cherry Hill. We are in the Olde Springs neighborhood. Powder room is here. Let me tell you about having a big enough powder room for accessibility. I found out the hard way that our powder room in our own home was not super accessible when we had somebody with an accessibility need. Anybody can get into this, okay? It's big enough to get in, get the door closed. It's completely renovated. The choices, hold on, let me get out of the mirror here. I just want to give a round of applause for the choice of this vanity. It is the perfect color. These gold crystal knobs are everything. I love all the finishes, the updated lighting. It even has a tiny little linen closet for storage. What a fantastic powder room. All those gold accents. The wall, the tiled wall that matches the floor, Instagram worthy. Usually don't spend that much time in a powder room. All right, remember I told you I had something really exciting to show you through that door in the kitchen? Let's do it. So first things first, garage doors to my left. Whoops, forgot. Oh no, I did turn this light on, but it has a fan. I don't like when the fan is running, so I'll show you that in a minute. Just lay of the land here. We are in the laundry room, and as I told you, remember I pointed out there was another door to the deck. That is it. Again, I don't think that one gets used nearly as much, but it's here. It's great. There's a storage closet right here for just like household stuff, but what I'm really excited to show you, and just please excuse those, the outdoor cushions had to come in because of the weather. We have a bedroom. Let me get in and show you. It's got a closet. The closet door is behind the door that opens. If you have live-in care, if you have visitors, see, closet's right here. If you need to temporarily or permanently relocate to the first floor based on accessibility needs, this home has it ready to go. That is a huge deal. Is there a pantry in the kitchen? I just saw that question. We will go back into the kitchen in a moment. This is a game changer to have this space, and right next to it is a full bath. And sorry, the fan is attached to the light here. Beautifully renovated. There's about a 3-inch step into the shower. So again, accessibility is amazing. Nice vanity here. All of this has been updated, upgraded. The shower has a window. Look at that. So even if you just like have a temporary like parent staying with you, au pair, a nurse, anything like that, you can give them this space. They have access to come in and out of that door. They have access to laundry. The garage is right here. Look at this garage. Doesn't get any better than that, you guys. And they've got an EV charger over on the wall, built in, the good kind, not just the extension cord. 2-car garage, huge, extra space. Look how organized these people are with those stoppers and then extra space in the back. One of the best garages I've seen in a while. And it's side turned, which just for curb appeal, you know, people prefer. I had a question about the kitchen. It's not technically like a pantry, but they've got pantry style storage with all of this good stuff. That was a great question. Thank you for asking. I think that was, oh, I didn't see who that was. So no like true pantry, but remember the closets. There's a closet here. You could use that as like either cleaning supplies or extra food. There's closets everywhere. 2 closets in the front. That's the basement door straight ahead. That's not a closet, but there was a little linen closet in the powder room. Closets everywhere. You guys ready to go upstairs? I'm trying to keep pace here. Oh my gosh. Sorry, we've been live for 16 minutes and I haven't even gotten upstairs. So enjoy this view of going up these gorgeous stairs. It's a Tesla charger, yes. Sorry, I said electric vehicle, but it is a Tesla charger. Look at this chandelier. Hold on, my thing was not cooperating. Look at this view down. You can have this every day. Isn't this magnificent? We are going to start in the primary suite. It is big, you guys. So plenty of room for any size bed. I think that's a king there with 2 end tables on both ends. And then look at all this space over here. Like, hello, huge. So if you needed a little work desk, a yoga space, if you want to put like your Peloton in here, not that you need to because there's so many other places. Closet here, but don't you worry. There's an even bigger closet because you get 2. Stand over here and show you this way. Windows on 2 sides of the home. Look at this walk-in. Fantastic, right? And the chandeliers. Also, let's give a moment to these sparkly light switch covers. I need a link to these. I'm swapping every single thing in my house. Love a sparkle. And then, sorry, this fan is on. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I can, no, it needs to be on to have all the lights. But look at this bathroom, recently renovated. Really, really pretty. Oh, and those lights in the shower changed. They're all like LED multicolored lights. I don't know if I know how to do it, but oh, there, see that? Amazing. And then this is beautifully done and goes into there. Look at that shower head. Excellent bathroom. Little sparkle even on the towel hanger. Sorry, I have a hard time talking over the fans. Oh, that actually looks good. Once we got that light bright, it's totally fine without the fan on. Really nice big bathroom, all yours. Huge bedroom, 2 closets including walk-in. All of the bedrooms have fans and lights added. They've all got these beautiful refinished hardwoods. You get a real good look at it right there. And this is your view. Oh my gosh, coming out of your room, hold on. Look at this view you would get. Now this is currently in use as an office. It is a bedroom. But remember I told you I wanted to show you something about the awning that you come through the front door through. It's a terrace. How incredible is this? This is so unusual. Got a little bird bath out here. So if you want to keep this as an office, you just, on a beautiful day, can open up this door, step out, have a little cup of coffee, or if it's a bedroom, you can have it that way too. I believe this is the smallest bedroom, which is why it was taken as an office, but even though it is the quote smallest bedroom, it's not a small bedroom. Just want to be clear about that. We do have a floor plan. I think I said that. So we've seen 2 bedrooms, and remember there's 4 up here, 1 downstairs for the 5. We already did that one. Nice big bedroom here, added light. We do have attic access in here. There's a huge attic. We're not going into that on the virtual tour, and we ask that you please do not go into it during the open house. That keeps happening. That is something for home inspection or a private showing, not when there's people, you know, trying to look. Oh, look at that view. Every time I come out, that chandelier and staircase gets me. And then the 4th upstairs bedroom, this will be, now we have seen all 5 bedrooms. This one's nice and big. I didn't even turn that light on. I thought the natural light in here was really, really pretty. 2 closets, okay? Again, the storage in this house is out of control in a good way. And then the main hall bath is huge, dual vanity, nice and updated. The question I got was, is there a tub in this house? Yes, this is a bath shower combo. We've got a nice white tub there. Whoops, my thing is going crazy. Those are medicine cabinets. The owner and I were laughing because the same thing happened to her that happened to me one time, is we saw something like that in a house we were literally living in and owned and never pulled on it and realized it was a medicine cabinet. I found out I'd had a medicine cabinet like 3 years into living in my first home. It looked like a decorative mirror flush against the wall, and I just never tried it. So it can happen to the best of us, even the professionals. Okay, we're gonna go into the basement. I tested this prior. I think that my signal should be fine. Sometimes basements are a little hard, especially with a high ceiling basement like this one is. If I lose you, I will run back up the stairs and rejoin the tour. Give you a first look here. Now, sports fans, I know we have some regional feelings. Okay, just pretend it's Eagles if you need to. I don't care one way or another. People move in and out of this area from all different areas. We must respect their sports team affiliation. Look at this basement. And you can put your Eagles stuff in if you have to. This basement was recently refinished. It is awesome. Look at the size of that television, first of all. It's one of the biggest TVs I've ever seen in a house. You've got some access closets for things like electrical, all of that, but there is an unfinished storage area which will make all of your storage dreams come true, as if all the closets were not enough. I love this floor they put down. Excuse me. I'm trying to clear my voice for you. All right, so we've got HVAC, hot water heater, all the utilities. Closets, we've got an old workshop area back there. So much storage. Of course, this isn't the prettiest room to look at, but to me it's gorgeous because I know I would put all of my things in here. Nice painted walls, everything's good. Nice dry basement. Some built-in storage shelving here. So not as gorgeous as the rest of the house, but I think part of the reason this house is so neat and tidy and pretty to look at is because of all the storage opportunities. There's just no clutter. You don't have to have stuff out with this amount of storage available to you. I remember there was storage in all of the bathrooms. There was storage in the garage. There's an attic that we didn't go to. I've got to hustle to get you guys outside because that is worth seeing. Again, we are on a tight schedule today because of the amount of showings. this deck is nice and new. And there's so much to see out here. I'm going to take you to the front of the house too, I think. So this is a huge, beautiful new deck. I'm going to say you'll use this thing all year long. It is composite. There's that door from the laundry room and that suite that we were in. That's the window over the kitchen sink. That's the window where you might want to put an eat-in table, and then that is the living room slider. And then without whipping you around too fast, we also have a series of patios, as if the deck wasn't enough. Beautiful patios with a step down, like a landing right there, and then a step all the way down. So for dining, they've got those hanging swings. I'm obsessed with those. And then look at this yard. Absolutely beautiful. You're looking out at this like woodsy view. Huge. It is not fully fenced. That was a question I got, but because the neighbors have some fences, there wouldn't be a lot of fencing you'd need to do in order to completely enclose this. It would be like 2 sides. And it's an irregular lot, so it's not a square, so it gets that real sort of like more expensive feeling. The only noise you'll hear in this neighborhood is the airplanes, which is all of Cherry Hill and this area. I mean, we've got the airplanes, but you know, we can also get to Philadelphia International Airport in like, I think I've done it in 25 minutes. Oh, look at stepping into that. I'm sorry. Is that gorgeous? Stepping into your home and it looks like this. Now, I had talked a little bit about Olde Springs. I'm going to show you the outside, the front. Again, people that live in Cherry Hill don't know where this is. It is a small neighborhood. We're in the northernmost tip of the Kings Highway 08034 corridor. Big custom homes, homes built later. There's some new construction in here too. Look how pretty this is out here. We go to Payne Elementary, Carusi Middle, and then you have a choice. This is important. A choice of Cherry Hill, east or west. That is true not just for this home, but anywhere you live in Cherry Hill. Look at, I want to get you up here. There you go. Look at that. Jeez. You get to pick, and there's transportation to both. You do have to go to your elementary and middle school that you are geographically districted to, unless there's a reason like an IEP or something. Any questions about schools, ask your realtor or ask us. I'm going to cruise around and talk to you about location. We are like 2 minutes from 38 and 73, probably 5 minutes from 295, Route 70, some other things. I bet you could be at the New Jersey Turnpike, the Mount Laurel exit 4, in, I want to say, under 10 minutes. 8 minutes, we'll call it. Cherry Hill Mall's like 5 to 10 minutes, depending on traffic. All the big box shopping, like where Wegmans is and Costco. We've got Target. I think there's a Walmart, not a Walmart shopper, but I believe there's one not too far from here. Amazing restaurants. So all the restaurants, the beautiful like chain restaurants like Seasons 52 at the Cherry Hill Mall, but then also really beloved local restaurants nearby. Wonderful bars and taverns. Movie theater. Got some nightlife nearby. Philly, again, you can take Patco in. You would probably go from here, I would say maybe you'd go to Haddonfield. You could also go to Woodcrest, but Haddonfield would put you closer. You could even get to Collingswood pretty easy, or Westmont. Getting into Philly is a snap. We have just, I mean, I was there last night, went to the Academy of Music. We were there in less than 20 minutes. It is just such a good location. And if you're seeking something a little bit special, it's not tract development, it's a little bigger, a little grander, a little more exclusive, this is an amazing opportunity. And I do think people are going to be fighting for it, so I just want to caution you not to watch and wait. I think it's important that you kind of take charge here and make yourself known to me and the sellers pretty quickly. we don't do that thing where we take an offer the first day and then you didn't have a chance. We will stay on unless something crazy happens. We will be on at least through the open house on Sunday. So we want you to come in, spend some time, make a really informed decision, not just like throwing numbers in the air and seeing if they stick. Like really come and get to know this home. This home is worth your time to come see, to talk to us about, to see at the open house, to speak with your agent about if you have a realtor. Absolutely worth it. And the price cannot be beat. I do think it'll go for more, just being really transparent here. It's the way it goes in Cherry Hill when something is desirable. People fight for it, so. And this could be yours. The sellers are flexible on when they'd like to settle, so you tell us. I'm gonna turn this around to say goodbye. I wanna thank you for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed seeing this beautiful home. It was really fun to be here. This home has really good vibes. We'll say that. Good vibes, nice, quiet, peaceful energy. Feels luxurious, but not like, it doesn't feel like ostentatious. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful home done just right, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited to see what happens here. Please come to our open house Sunday 1 to 3. My teammate Cassie will be here to guide you through. And thank you. We had a lot of people on today, so thank you so much for joining us. I am Eliza. I'm the listing agent here. I'm with KW Cherry Hill. I'm the team lead for Prisma Homes. Reach out if you have any questions. We'll help you. Okay? Everybody have an amazing weekend. I'm going to make way for our showing that just pulled up, I think. I'll see you at the next one. Bye, guys.